non-fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 7 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour, welcoming you officially to Hard Facts. Welcome to a brand new week, Lagos. I hope that you had a great weekend. Well, the weekend has been busy, and as a result, we've got loads of stories to discuss and very little time to get to it and make sense of it. But welcome to your most authentic news experience, which is Hard Facts. My name is Okon. I hope that you're ready, because I am.
Bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, let's get into the big weekend today. Yes, of course, it's a brand new week. And of course, as the week begins, we always bring all the things that happened all through the weekend and try to make sense of it on the first day of the week. Too many things. The sisters who were kidnapped have returned and regained freedom. But then there's some sort of imbroglio, if I may call it that, a misunderstanding of sorts, because, our security forces are saying, well, we helped in bringing them back. But the families are saying, no, sir. Sorry, sir. No. We paid ransom. That's how we got them out. Who do we believe? Yes, welcome. Also, Fulbara is back in the news. That's a breaking story because, of course, a federal high court has nullified the budget that was passed into law, signed by the governor himself, by 4 members of the House of Assembly that one would have considered, according to the law, the only authentic members of the House. But the Federal High Court in Abuja has nullified it and said everything is null and void. Go and start. Everybody back to status quo. And of course, bigger story is coming in. Oh my God, the plastic plates and the plastic bottles, the PET bottles. Many people would say it's about time that we phase them out, but is this the way to go about it with the state government banning it outrightly in less than 24 hours? What's your stand on that particular one? Because we're going to be talking about it in detail. And several other stories joining in the conversation today. Once again, welcome to Hard Facts. But then I do have something I want to bring to your knowledge. It also happened on the weekend and it was trending on social media. Did you notice that Better I Do was trending on social media? I'll tell you why. It looks like a few people are trying to salvage what's left of her image. Some of them are embarking on a prayer meeting, pray for Better I Do. Some of them are also embarking on a I beg you mission and protesting and asking that the president forgives her. Well, here's a cross section of some women who were caught on camera saying they declared it a world conference on Bring Back Better I Do. These are not kids. These are not university students. These are mothers, wives. Some of them may be CEOs. I don't know. But very mature women carrying placards saying market women support Dr. Better I Do, Some people say give Dr. Betta Edu another chance. I mean, yeah, that's what it's come to. A very famous investigative journalist who's a very good friend of mine also posted on social media this weekend. It was a very busy weekend, if you ask me. Fisaya Shoyombo here said that some X accounts have started organizing a coordinated social media campaign to somewhat burnish the image of Betta Edu, the suspended humanitarian minister on poverty alleviation. And this is in a bid to get her back in government. I'll tell you, I'm from Cross River State. Betta is married to a Cross Riverian. She's from Enugu. There's a poster that's also making, it's making the rounds on social media also. It says Monday, 22nd of January 2024, time 8 a.m. Let's meet and pray for Betta Edu. Theme, God is better for better. I will be there. And the venue is a very, very famous place in Calabar, Cross River State, which is the Millennium Park. We used to call it 1111. That's where they're supposed to meet at 8 a.m. Someone posted that they should clock in and flog anybody that comes there to pray at 8 a.m. in the morning. But I just wanted to put that out there. Let's get into the details of our big stories from the weekend. All right, let's start with the kidnapping story. Yes, Nabeeha's sister's freedom. The police and family are disagreeing on what the facts are. But here, on Hard Facts, we're going to try to make sense of it. Details of the kidnapped victims of Al-Qadiriya family continue to emerge following the release of the 5 abducted girls by their captors. Daily Trust newspaper reports that the girls were abducted on January the 2nd, along with the second born of the family, Nabeeha, as well as their father, who was later released, blah, blah, blah. Now, the father was released 3 days later to, provide 16 million. Unable to meet the demands, we know what happened, no. But now, 5 victims have been released. One is Nabeeha. The other is her younger sister, Nabeeha. The 5th person is Madia, who's a 400 level student of microbiology. Meanwhile, the FCT Police Command, in a statement he issued yesterday, said the FCT Police Public Relations Officer, SP Ade, had said the efforts of the command is what led to the rescue of the victims. Yeah, let's fast forward. Meanwhile, the family countered that claim, saying, no. Hold it, please. Wait a minute. The girls were released after ransom was paid. They were not rescued. Thank you very much. Who do we believe now, please? Well, that's one of the big stories. Let's still talk about kidnapping. Experts have been speaking about this whole kidnapping epidemic. They're saying banks are enabling rapid growth of abduction industry. Yes. See. Security experts have accused commercial banks of encouraging and kidnapping the kidnapping epidemic in the country, as some ransoms are paid into bank accounts. The experts and analysts who have backgrounds in military intelligence and policing also stressed that abductions had become an industry enabled by the financial institutions that received ransoms. They advised President Bola Tinubu and security agencies to put an end to this epidemic. So my question is, have we been looking in the wrong direction? Have we been wasting our time on the wrong things as opposed to facing the banks and the financial institution? Maybe this is where we should start now. Should we beam our searchlights on the banking industry? Will that, one way or the other, begin to pave way for us in the fight against this kidnapping thing? Lagos State is in the news. Of course, you've been hearing it since morning. I heard it on Kofi's show. Lagos government bans the use of styrofoam and single-use plastics. They're saying the ban will help curb harmless effects of single-use plastics on the environment. I'm one of those who is a big fan of, making sure that our environment is safe, clean, and healthy. And I'm one of those people who'd be very excited if we phased out PET bottles, if we phased out styrofoams, all of these plastics. Because I tell you what, all our drainages, all our roadsides literally have been flooded by these styrofoams and plastic bottles and plates, and it's a total mess. But Is this the best way to go about it? Big question. And finally, a coalition urges Tinubu to sack Ganduje and woos Kwankwaso to the APC. Also trending all through the weekend today, into today, has been Kwankwaso and the APC. There have been several allegations or suspicions that he might be crossing over to the APC. And this is not the first time that these speculations have been made. In fact, there was a time that the party allegedly said they were outing him or suspending him. Again, the story has resurfaced because he met with Bisi Akonde, obviously, according to them. Oh, that this is, but these are all speculations. But between you and I, do you think Kwankwaso is going to leave the NNPP and all he's built to move to the APC? What's the possibility? 0700 993 993 993. That's 0700 993 993 993. You could join the conversation if you're a lady. 020 1465 7190. That's 020 1465 7190. We're live facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. You can also join the conversation on YouTube with Nigeria Info FM. Or better still, if you're listening to us from outside of the country, you could join the conversation via Skype. Call Nigeria Info FM on Skype. Well, let's talk Lagos. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Miriam.
Good afternoon.
My name is Robert.
Hi, Robert. Go ahead, please.
I'm fine. This morning, I want to commend the military for rescuing those kidnapped victims.
Well, the family saying that's not true. We paid. There's no such thing as a rescue.
Even though they pay ransom, at least they in one way or the other they contributed now.
How?
That is what we read.
If the family is saying that they asked us to give a certain amount of money and we found that money and gave them, and that's how they released the girls to us, why is the military?
What I mean is that are you saying the military were lying that the family debunked?
Well, that's the question that we're all asking. Are they lying? Why are they taking glory? If the family is saying, well, I mean, if the family comes out to say, excuse me, that's not true, then do you think that they're lying?
Anyway, let me just say I really appreciate the fact that the families were released, and I sympathize with the one that was killed. And I want the Nigeria security agents, the military, soldier, whatever, police, to fortify their efforts to rescue more victims because there are many of them in captivity.
All right. Thank you very much, Robert, for calling. I appreciate it. 60 seconds is all you have, but I added 20 seconds. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Maria.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Engineer Christian from Ejibo.
Go ahead quickly.
Maria, what sort of people are we really, Nigerians? Is this the way we fight corruption? Let other women too come out and fight for this year now. Let another group come out and fight for Sadia Omar Farouk. And these are women, Nigerian women. We are even saying that there are just few of them in government, and the few ones are just behaving like this. And you see another set of group of women supporting what they have done. What is wrong with us as a people? What exactly is wrong with us as a people? For Beta Edu, they are now supporting her. See, we get what we want. If eventually this woman is integrated back into the government, then Nigeria should forget any time the president come on here and tell us anything about corruption, we will stone him.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Frank is calling us from Ojo. Hello, Frank.
How are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mary Ann.
Yes.
I'm not happy.
Okay.
For how long did you ask of me?
Okay.
No problem.
Frank, I don't understand. Did you tell me that you were going to where you were going to? Did you tell me?
Did I tell you?
You disappeared. Then you want me to be asking
I
of
said
you.
I'm not happy.
Me too, I'm not happy.
After you give me my thing, though.
Which thing?
31st. Mary Ann. Beta Edu must not die in politics. Let her go and rest and recover herself.
But she's not been indicted for anything. She's just being investigated.
All this money she's spending on gathering women, and let her use it for another better.
How do you know she's the one who's spending it? Did you see the money exchange hands? Were you there?
Wait, before you count 60 seconds for me. Then another one. Kwankwaso can enter anywhere because of affording politics. Because he knows from now till the end of the generation that he can never win as a president of Nigeria. He can enter. He cannot trust him. Okay. Then, for the River State budget.
Your time has finished.
See?
Thank you, Frank, for calling. 60 seconds so everybody else can talk. Emmanuel is calling us from Ekpe.
Yeah, good afternoon, Miriam.
Hi, Emmanuel. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Great.
I'm not happy, based on the fact. I'm a bit happy, though, but based on the fact that they lost one of those sisters. In fact, it's painful. Nigeria never fail me reach this kind of point. If you fail me reach this point, I pray I not join by bandit too. As for the issue of better edu, this song or your mandate we shall stand there. Get as it be. Wike sang it, River State House of Assembly members sang it, National Assembly sang it. Marianne, you know what? Maybe you need that in your studio. You stretch forth your hand. You lead us in a special number. On your mandate we shall stand. Thank you.
It's not going to be me. I'm so sorry. No, not me. Sorry. I'll pass. Emeka is calling us from Satellite Town. Emeka, ke kwanu?
I beg, Mr. Frank, make you pack well now. Allow Pino for merchant man. If merchant man gets you, there'll be problem. I don't want chaos.
Merchant man doesn't get me. Biko, please. I'm freelance, please. I've abandoned all the Anambra men. I think I'm looking at Imo men now, please. Anambra men are scammers. Yes.
You're looking at which people?
Imo men, Imo and Abia now, because Anambra, they are scammers.
Thank God
they
I'm
have
from
scammed me.
Thank God I'm from Abia State. So the coast is clear. So my sister, I am ashamed of what our security agencies are doing. Rather than all these brickbats, we actually brickbats or dragging or trying to claim who actually released or effected the release of these captives. How was that ransom of 100 million naira paid? That's what I'm concerned about. Was it through transfer or by cash? In either way, whichever way it was paid, how come it was not tracked or traced? How come there's no arrest? You see, where we are now is a very, very dangerous. We're in a dangerous situation. They're all claiming to have effected the release, and the family say, no, we paid money. And if actually they parted with 100 million naira, then none of the agencies can claim to have effected or helped in the release of these captives.
Okay.
My problem is how come none of those kidnappers who received that money is being tracked or traced with the money that was paid to them?
I have to let you go. All right. Thank you very much for calling. I can take one quick call and then I'll go for a break. Thomas is calling us from Lekki. Hello, Thomas.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you speak up, please, so I can hear you better?
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, what I really want to talk about is about this 6 people who were kidnapped and 5 people were released. So the question I want to ask is this: though I didn't follow up the case and the happenings, so the question I want to ask here is this: were they released free, or they were released based on a ransom being issued?
I don't know if you were listening to me. The family did say that they paid for the ransom. They paid the ransom that was demanded from them, and that's how they got their children to be released.
Okay.
Even though the security forces are saying that it was their, partly their job.
But this one, because I heard you saying that the security forces said that it was with their effort.
Yes, that's what the police PRO said.
So which one should we believe?
Ma'am, this is where we are now, please. I don't know. Thomas, I really don't know, but thank you very much for calling. We've got to go for a break. I've got 20 seconds before we go on that break. Send me a message if you are on WhatsApp. If you are on Twitter, use the hashtag #HardFacts. We have a post up, Nigeria Info 99.3. You can also join the conversation. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. Same for YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Post your comments on the live stream. When I come back from the break, I would like to read from you. And for all of the stories we put out, I really want to hear from you. And for the plastic bottles and plates, how best should the government have approached it? Although the ban is a ban. But will they be backpedaling? We'll be right back after the break.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. The challenging and well-researched topics.
Nigeria sets out an increasing number of skilled workers. You look at the points that you made about it being manipulated by the media.
Actually, my opponent says that it increases volume of clean and fit load. Well,
the confidence and the tensed battle.
We make it sound that government doesn't have a set of rules and regulations.
There are different safety measures that Okada riders do flaunt.
The child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Secondary school students in Lagos will go shoulder to shoulder in the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Tournament to contest who deserves the crown. The I Beg to Differ competition is back this February on Nigeria Info FM. For sponsorship, call 0908-885-1862. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
What does a random Lagosian have in common with the next one? On the 10th of February, embrace the Lagos spirit and find your feet at the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon 2024 to make sure the Lagos story is not told without you. Please visit www.lagoscitymarathon.com today to register for free.
Access Bank Lagos City Marathon 2024 is brought to you by Nilayo Sports Management Limited, supported by Lagos State Government, endorsed by World Athletics and Athletics Federation of Nigeria. Headline sponsored by Access Bank and sponsored by Lagos State Sports Commission, 7-Up, Aquafina, Kia Motors, Kenya Airways, 3 Crowns, Finedge, Echo Atlantic, What Network, and Brilla FM. Access Bank Lagos City Marathon 2024. Find your fit and get ready to run Lagos.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Marian Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the Big Three.
The Big Three.
The Big Weekend.
All right, still the big weekend, and we're looking at stories that trended all through the weekend into the new week. And of course, most of these stories made headlines on the big national dailies, and some of them were trending stories on social media, the ones that got you talking. Those are the stories that we're bringing to you on the big weekend today. And I did tell you that there are some things that also trended on social media that I just wanted to bring to your notice, like people who I hear are trying to curry favor from the government to get better edu back into government. I played you an audio of women, with placards asking that Better be forgiven, give her another chance. We the market women, we the that women. They called it a conference for better edu. My God. We should have had one for Alison Madueke. We should have had one for, we could have had one for, what's his name now? Emefiele, whatever his name is. We should have had one for the man who's still rotting in jail, the former, what's his name? The guy that was in charge of security. What's his name now? Oh, the man who had the monies, who was accused of taking monies for our weapons, who never really bought those weapons. What's his name, guys? Somebody remind me. Yeah, we should have had one for him. Hell, we should have had one for the guy they just threw into jail recently. Since we're having, prayer summits for people who have question marks on their credibility and in terms of handling our monies. that were given to them by taxpayers. It's ridiculous, if you ask me. But I want to hear what your thoughts are. 0700 993 993 993. Those are the numbers for you to call in case you're just joining us. The program is Hard Facts, and we're looking at the big stories from the weekend. I am Mary Ann Okon. You can join the conversation. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation via WhatsApp. Send us your thoughts, your comments, or if you're just joining us and you want to be part of the conversation because you're listening to us from outside of the country, well, we're live on Skype. Call us, Nigeria Info FM, via Skype. I would love to hear from you. Those of you who are watching us on YouTube, please post your comments. Those who are watching on Facebook Live, post your comments. I want to read and hear from you. But let me go to WhatsApp first, and then we'll, spread the love all around. Someone says, if ransom was paid, can we still say the operation rescue? Can we still call the operation a rescue operation? The police claimed it was a joint operation. The army said otherwise, and no ransom was paid. But the victims insisted they paid for their freedom. Now, wow. Obviously, the family is telling the truth because they know the consequences if they peddle falsehood against both the army and the police. Believe the Nigerian government and security operatives at your own peril. The security operatives are complicit, just as the banks. Remy from Makoka. Heavy allegations here, but Listen says, good afternoon. Unfortunately, we have government that is always looking for cheap ways out of every problem. How can the reasonable government come out in the morning and ban people's means of livelihood? Why not set up a recycling factory to recycle these plastics? By doing so, people will start selling them and won't see them littered everywhere. Nigerian government learn to reason. I'm really trying to not give my 2 cents on this matter because we keep talking about that we have recycling plants in this country, blah, blah, blah. What are they really doing? Again, I don't think recycling is the answer. Maybe we start by Your Excellency, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, if you can listen or if your people are listening, maybe you could take this advice. We like the whip. It's very good. We like the whip. We can't just stop people from selling these things. Let's start putting some sort of moratorium on the discarding. If you eat any of those things and you dump it wrongly, somebody's waiting in the wings. This is when we need the area boys to catch you. Why do we have cameras? Although some of those cameras are not working. Maybe we start by saying or fining people for dumping them. The people who are selling them to you, the people who eat with those plates and dump them. Before you dump it, you know that you have to dump it properly, because the truth is people toss them everywhere on the road, by the roadsides, into the gutters, and that's why we have the flooding that we have. And you cannot deal with it, Your Excellency, by just outrightly banning it. You know, they work like that. Even Rwanda that stopped us from using plastic bags, they faced it and they paced the people. Why are we doing this Abacha style of, banning or putting out statements? It's a democracy, Your Excellency. Think about it. All right, someone here says, good afternoon. The army did not rescue the victims, but they picked them up after the ransom was paid and they were released. Akudo, were you there? This one says, the ban of styrofoam in Lagos is a welcome development. I support it and well-meaning Nigerians support it, but also on the side of possibility of Kwankwaso moving to the APC. This would be tough, but no new thing in politics. If he wishes, the APC members will welcome him with a good heart, but Ganduje remains our party leader in Kano. And lastly, congratulations to Nabeeha's sisters. Either ransom was paid or rescued freely. We just thank God. Alaba. This one says, I've been... Who's this? This is obviously not for me, is it? This one says, good afternoon, Mary, and I saw the video you played on Better Edu. May their prayers never be answered in Jesus' name. All the rented and borrowed crowd, both men and women, will not succeed in their prayers. God know they answer bad prayer. I beg, if them ban styrofoam and disposables today, alternative will still constitute nuisance in our drainages. Instead of being proactive, we're reactive in our approach. Mrs. Oboli from Ikorodu. Maybe we'll all resort to carrying our stainless steel plates and our coolers to Mama Put to buy. When you go to Chicken Republic, you bring out your plates from your bag. I mean, it can work, because I know, what city did I go to? I think, what's that city? It's the greenest city in the US. What's it called? What's it called? Seattle, yes. In Seattle, you don't. There are no line number bags. You carry your bag from your house to the shop, and then you put everything you want to buy in that bag. It's the greenest place in the United States. Even from the moment you land at the airport, you can tell how green it is. But they did not wake up one day and ban it. All right. More messages. Agreed that a single-use plastic material poses environmental hazards. Yes, I see the sudden ban in Lagos state government as an ambush, draconian and undemocratic. There should have been due consultations on the ban, and it should have been phased out. It has serious socioeconomic consequences. It's a case of a choice between two evils. Ademola Oladosu from Abeokuta, thank you for your message. Interesting. Nigeria can't cease to surprise me anymore since the day Yahoo Mothers Association emerged. This women supporting better edu may come from this Yahoo Mothers Association. Jill from Ojedubega, thank you for your message. I'll read one more message and go back to the phone lines. You can call me via Skype or Nigeria Info FM if you're listening from outside of the country. Someone says Abuja is experiencing, I beg your pardon, an upsurge in cases of kidnapping. This is the same city that had the previous federal government secured a 460 million Chinese loan for installation of CCTV cameras. I'll tell you what, I was watching Shehu Okinbaloye yesterday when he was interviewing the senator that's representing the Abuja people. What's her name now? And she was talking about the fact that these monies, that this contract was between the Chinese government and our people. But I tell you what, where are those cameras? She couldn't really answer the question. It seemed more like she was bouncing around the question than answering it directly. So where did the money go? There are too many missing monies that we never really pay attention on. You know, for now, it's better I do. They'll bring something else for us too. Maybe now we'll move our attention to Fubara and the new drama with the Federal High Court. We're never staying on issues to get to the bottom of it. We totally forgot about Emefiele. We forgot about the shite people who have been imprisoned forever by the Buhari administration and nothing has been done about it. We've forgotten about so many people that have been incarcerated when they shouldn't have been. But then we forget about it. We don't follow it through. We just leave it and move on to the next thing. Here we are, talking about 460 million in CCTV cameras in Abuja. We have not seen it. Maybe that's what Wike should be focusing on, right? Back to the phone line, 0700 993 993 993. That's 0700 993 993 993. If you're a lady, call 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. I'd like to hear from you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Action lady.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Thank you. It's Dasuki you are trying to remember.
Dasuki, perfect. That's the guy's name.
Quick one. You know, they say, people are talking of Dazani, talking of the other people. The APC chairman, former chairman, Adam Toshimole, what did he say? If you soil your hand in that you come into APC, your thing will be forgiven, right? Hello, Action Lady.
I'm listening.
So it's just funny that even the HFCC one, all of them are selective in whatever they're doing. This set of people running the affairs of this country have been saying it. So they didn't come through the right channel, the proper normal process. So whatever they are doing now, I see it as Gugu. That is for me. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris, for calling. Hello. Welcome to Heart Facts.
How are you?
Oh, no. You've got to call me back. No. Your line is a bit dodgy, sir. Please call me back and maybe look for another place. Turn off your radio, please. Hello.
Good afternoon, Marianne.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Malik speaking.
Hi, Malik. How you doing?
Anyway, we are designed that way. So there's nothing you will say that will change who we are. This is just who we are. And we are getting what we expect.
What do you mean?
Hunger never beat us. We go see suffer. I will not go see
Malik, what are you commenting on? It's like somebody got you angry and you are coming to take it out on me. Be calming down now, please. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Shegun.
Hi, Shegun.
I'm calling from Badagry.
Go ahead.
Now, let me try and capture the kind of one chance that we're in. Let me start with the security thing. Now, we all
heard and saw what happened to the families and several kidnappings. And in fact, I have a friend who just died in Maiduguri recently, just about 2 days ago. Now, your national security advisor chose to lead a delegation to Ibadan to go and find out how a bomb came off. The bomb that we all knew it
Shego,
was.
I want to buy you beer, but I can't because I don't drink it. I was just thinking about the same thing. Should that be his priority right now?
That is why I say let me try and capture the one chance that we're in that we don't understand. Because like somebody was discussing with Joyce yesterday or last week, that Nigerians we're increasingly growing stupider by the day. There's an English like that. Now, your Ribadu chose Ibadan. Rather than find out what is going on, now we know that some of the banks are complicit. We know some of the security agencies are complicit. You would expect that your national security advisor should look in that direction. But he chose Ibadan, where we all knew, like that. Now, back to these, what do you call it now? Cellophane thing.
Mm-hmm.
I told your line. Look, this styrofoam, or what do you call it?
Yeah.
For like 10 years, they've been importing it from China through Badagry.
Yep.
And I've had my reservations ever since that this thing is going to create a serious environmental challenge.
It is already.
Now, I recall that Fashola, in his usual pragmatic matter, tried to find, he came up with all this idea about recycling and what have you. But, the thing died after somebody came. Now, whether they like it or not, we have to look for a way to stop this thing because look, if you travel all the stretch from Badagry to Maitu, everywhere is a junkyard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every 20 meters is a junkyard. And you call the state a mega city or what have you. But this is the one chance there. Every society that I've read about, I've not traveled much. But I discovered that some of these things are actually done at the local government level or what you call the mayoral level in places like
All right,
US.
you're closing quickly.
Yes. But here we are. It is the state government that will pass law. And the law, those who are implementing it are private sector people who are just out to make their money. So we're not going anywhere.
Thank you very much. Like I said, I want to buy you a drink. Perfectly put. Well, I want to take more of your calls and your comments, but let me go to social media. I've got to let the love go round. Victor Daniel here on Facebook Live says it should be banned. The ghetto area can't cope. If only the local governments are ready to work. Again, local government. Abdul Rafiu Alakwe here says, Happy New Week. The ban on styrofoam in Lagos is a welcome development. I support it, and well-meaning Lagosians support it. I think I have read your message already, Alaba, on WhatsApp, okay? But thank you very much for sending that one in. Someone's telling me here on Facebook, YouTube Live that is Sambo Dasuki. Yes, thank you very much. I love you all for trying to remind me when my brain just freezes. All right, let me go back to some of the messages. I have to try to read every single person's message. And if you are on Twitter, I want to read your tweets also, so keep them coming. Use the hashtag hard facts. I'd like to read from you, okay? This one's Salary on Twitter says, Kwankwaso will surely join. That's the deal, to allow the judgment in Kanu to stand. Were you dear? Where were you? Come on, don't say that. Someone says, I don't believe it should be banned. I think government should tax them heavily to reduce its usage and monies from what that should be used for to clear it up. Security business should remain secret. Don't trust politicians. Okay. All right. All right. Let me go back to WhatsApp here. Thank you, all the Dasuki people. Thank you very much, Jaja, for reminding me his name. Someone says, most Nigerian politicians only think of what and where they want to benefit from. As for Kwankwaso, he's just like any other chameleon politician we have now. As for Lagos State, instead of the government to put people out of the job, they should employ more people in the Ministry of Environment and deploy specifically for that purpose. Mielensky, thank you. Aderemi here says, on Kwankwaso's speculation to join the APC, it could be high-level politics for 2027 and 2031 when northern politicians hope to get the power back to their region, since Nigeria politics is not based on ideologies but shrewd negotiations and bargaining. all at the expense of the masses. May God save Nigerians. Okay, sir. Thank you very much for your message. Yes, I'm talking about Sambu Dasuki. Thank you. This one says, if the family of Nabeeha said they paid money for the release, can they tell us the account they paid the money to? I believe it will help security agencies to track bandits. Chima from Abulegba. Chima, sure we are going to start. It's now that it's morning, ba. Well done. Nothing is impossible in Nigeria politics. So Kwankwaso is very possible to swap the NNPC for the APC. Safiano from Kano. Thank you, Safiano. Well, you're from Kano. You'd probably know better what the politics there is like, other than those of us who are on this other side of the divide. This one says, if Nigerians fail to provide information to our security agencies in order not to put their life or the life of the victim in danger, why are we now blaming them if they fail to rescue the victim? They're not spirits, for God's sake. Olu from Badagry. Okay. This one says, Marianne Okon. Now, wow. The fact that victims say they paid ransom, there's no reason to doubt them. How Kwankwaso go join APC? Now, wow. Why can't he team up with Obi and let's kick out bad governance? Anyways, what do we know? Our money from Ikeja. And this one says, the government is not innovative. They only know how to ban sniper because people use it for suicide. Ban some foreign schools because of fake certificate. Now banning disposables. He says, clueless. Oh, harsh. This one says, Marianne, the ban is too sudden and I believe the government ought to be more sensitive. What happens to those producing and the marketing the same? Those who have stocked it for forthcoming events. The governmental bodies are not so efficient as their responsibilities compared with the ban. Most policies are draconian here. Our leaders need to be more human. Temidayo from Idimo. Thank you. How many minutes do I have? Okay, I have 1 more minute to read some messages and then I'll go back to the phone lines. Can we have a deal? All right, Adegbala here says the ban is the first thing. Then when those affected appeal, government can now give them option on punishment. Are you thinking forward or backwards? I'm trying to understand. Because you see, in this past, we put the cart before the horse and then we now have to backpedal. Always. Instead of... And it's not like we're not smart people in these parts. It's not like we don't have people who are thinking people. But I think that some people just want to do stuff because of their egos. It makes them feel better. I think so. Well, this one says, it's funny how Lagos State government doesn't think of making pipe-borne water available and accessible to Lagosians, which clearly would be a solution to the wanton proliferation of bottle and sachet water that has led to the increased amount of plastics. What's your name, sir? Emeka, God bless you. It's in the little things. There are too many sides to this conversation. If we do want to have it in its entirety, then there are too many sides to which I wish I had all the time in the world to get into it. Hamid Kuti from Oranchuki says, whenever I see anyone dropping bottle or dirt on the road, especially on the highway, it's so annoying. Such people should be arrested. I have been singing it like a song. I'm now like a broken record on Community U Report. I keep talking about how we can criminalize this kind of, littering. But we don't. We don't criminalize. We want to ban plate. How does it stop us from being dirty people? Who's to say that we will not litter with something else? Come on, guys. This is our problem. Let me go to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
I can hear you now. Turn off your radio, please.
I've done that immediately.
Go ahead.
Those we thank God for them, for their survivor. The family are sympathized with their dad, their mom, and one of their daughters. Those who that are home now, the ministry, I think they have to come out again because the family were saying that the parents son, and the ministry said no. What are we going to believe now? So that's another question. And for the Kwankwaso, politicians in Nigeria, majority of them are bread and butter politicians. They only go to where their bread is buttered. So it doesn't worry me at all. 2023 election, the Akiko, Obi, Kwankwaso, they are in the same party before they go their separate way. And they were glad to match with each other now. Can it be possible? Can Akiko allow Obi to go? Can Obi allow Obi be a second?
It'd probably be a Clash of the Titans or Game of Thrones. But thank you very much for calling. It's because of time. I'm letting you go. If you're calling me via Skype, this is the best time to call me. Call me now because I want to take all the Skype calls before I wrap up this conversation. Are you there? Call me right now on Skype or Nigeria Info FM. If you're listening to us from outside of the country and you want to be part of the conversation and look at all the big stories from the weekend with us, call us right now via Skype, Nigeria Info FM. Okay. I will be able to take your calls right now. So I'm not going to take any calls. I'll wait for the Skype calls to come in. This one says, why are the supporters of the suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management making Nigeria look like a lunatic asylum in the eyes of the international community? Abiambo from Badagry. I don't know. Chima from Surulere says, there's a popular saying that he who feels it knows it. I am more inclined to believe that the Abuja family paid the ransom. Okay. This one says, Dasuki is no longer in detention. Your call for the whip approaching tackling the takeaway pack disposal. Where are the waste bins and the containers on our roads and highways? Do you see how this conversation is going in many directions? Too many things that are so easy to have dealt with. Why scraping the head of the person instead of just my favorite way of describing how we deal with problems in Nigeria is how we put a plaster on the cancer as opposed to chemotherapy. This is how we deal with issues in this country, and it's shameful. He says, I agree with Shegun that Nigerians are becoming stupid by the day. If not, what do we call prayer for better? Chris in Abuja, she's your sister. Why are you doing like this? All right, well, since my Skype people are not calling, I'm going to have to take one more call via telephone lines, and then, of course, we'll wrap things up here. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mariam.
Good afternoon. My first female caller today. Praise God.
Thank you very much. God bless you. My name is Peter Usika.
Yeah, man. Peter. Sorry, I thought you were a woman.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
But I'm speaking from the male's line.
It doesn't matter. It's okay.
Hello?
It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Peter Usika, as I said before. I'm calling from Abanje and Okon. I want to talk on the recent judgment given in River State. You understand? Mm-hmm. So to me, that judgment is very much commendable because you cannot do something or nothing for it to stand. So I believe that the 4-member house, they were wrong in passing that budget. So that is that. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. Quickly.
Thank you very much. Please give me the last line. The last minute to stop. Please, on Nabeeha's siblings being released, that one is also commendable. But we should not talk about the military or police, having any hand in releasing those children. I believe they actually paid 100 million naira.
Okay.
That they were told to pay. And not only that, to me, this is against crowdfunding.
All right, I have to let you go. Usifo. Thank you very much for calling. I've got 40 seconds, but I'd like to put it out there now because I've not seen anyone. Has anyone called me today? You are all sending me messages. Well, I've got 100,000 naira courtesy of some friends who live in diaspora. I'll tell you their names in a bit, who want to support 10 women in Lagos today because they know that times are tough and they just want to, it's just a widow's mite. Just 10,000 for 10 women. So the first 10 women who will call me on the show today from now till the 5 o'clock hour, you get 10,000 naira. Don't text me, call me and be part of the conversation. We'll be right back after this break.
The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. The challenging and well-researched topics.
The CBDC is easier and faster.
Given the economic climate of some countries.
2/3 of the world population have abolished the death penalty. Yes.
You mentioned that they don't no longer settle land disputes like
the points and the counterpoints.
In line with research, Nigeria is set to have an increasing number of skilled workers.
You look at the points that you made about it being manipulated by the media. Secondly, my opponent says that it increases volume of clean and fit load. Well,
the confidence and the tensed battle.
We make it sound that government doesn't have a set of rules and regulations.
There are different safety measures that Okada riders do flaunt.
A child that's not being properly academically satisfied.
Secondary school students in Lagos will go shoulder to shoulder in the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Tournament to contest who deserves the crown. The I Beg to Differ competition is back this February on Nigeria Info FM. For sponsorship, call 0908-885-1862. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3